So in conversations this morning with a few people, I learned something. Something that I kind of already knew, but I think a lot of people don't really like talking about. They feel they missed the boat on Bitcoin years ago. They feel they missed the boat on Bitcoin today, now that it's hitting 103,000 and still going. So they look for ways of finding the next Bitcoin, right? So what I mean by that is, why do so many people own Dogecoin? Why do so many people own Shib? And the reason is because they wanted to get into this. They wanted to get into crypto. And the reality was they got in when Bitcoin was 70,000, 80,000, 90,000. So they thought it's not going to go up that much more. It's already peaked. So I'm going to look for the coins that are under $1. I'm going to look for the coins that are pennies because they've got a greater chance at going up. Huge mistake and a big misconception. So now we're looking at folks who look back on the last 2 years that they've been holding on to Doge and Shib and even other coins. And sure, they might be up now, but if you go back just a handful of months ago before Bitcoin really took off, they were down. Shiba really hasn't done much since its pump years ago. So when we look at what are things doing now, why are things going up, and really what's happening in the markets, you kind of have to pause and think. Bitcoin is the granddad of everything. Bitcoin's going to keep going up probably forever in our lifetime. Your kids, who knows? Maybe it still will. But the reality of Bitcoin is it's going to keep going and going and going. And there's going to be times when it pulls back. But the stability of it, the network of it, the amount of people that are in it is far too great for Bitcoin to see failure. People are chasing these penny coins like they're penny stocks, and 75% aren't going to amount to anything. They're going to fizzle. They're just going to sit there. They're just going to hang out. They're not going to do much. And I hate to see that with so many people. So now they're looking at Bitcoin going, crap, I missed the mark again. I wish I was in. I wish I had invested in Bitcoin when you told me to. Start listening to people who know what they're talking about and are not pumping the shit coins all the time. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of people with very popular YouTube channels, they're actually getting paid by some of these crypto companies in tokens. So when Doge came out, when Shib came out, they were offering YouTubers 1 million Shib to talk about that coin, right? To promote it. They don't tell you they're getting paid for something because technically they're just getting paid in crypto, not dollars, but they are absolutely paid to promote a lot of the coins you hear about every single day. I don't do that. That's not something I'm about. It makes no difference to me. I need to be very transparent with how I talk to people, what I recommend and why I recommend them. So just kind of keep that in mind when we really start to think about what's at stake here, what's going to happen in the markets, where things are going to go. You're still very early into Bitcoin. Do not be afraid to buy it at any price. Again, you could still buy fractional pieces. So whether you put 50 bucks into this coin or you put 50 bucks into Bitcoin, put it where it's stable. It's going to earn long-term growth. There's a reason why you invest in Bitcoin. It's not just about making money. It's the network itself, what it stands for, what it's going to do for the future of this country and the future of the world, frankly. The other coins are get rich quick, throw it in, roll the dice. Maybe you hit something, maybe you don't. There are a handful of exceptions, and I mean that, a handful. There are less than 10 cryptocurrencies that I would put into a bucket that say have real world value and use. The other 999 million of them are just a lottery. You're hoping and praying. Roll the dice with something that's strong. Roll the dice with something that's stable. You are not too early, my friends, I promise.